Hey guys, it's John from ARTV. Beyond the reviews, it's time for a review of the debut major label record from the duo Cherub. They were formed in 2010. This record is called Year of the Caprese. I feel like I've been hearing their signature song Doses and Mimosas for ages, but it's just finally now gaining some traction thanks to YouTube. The video has over 2 million views. It got up the charts on Hype Machine, I know. I have been hearing it on Alt Nation for a while now, and I'm glad that the duo is finally getting some recognition. I wasn't sure how I felt about that song for the longest time. Like I said, I would hear it here and there, and I've finally come to a final judgment on it. I love it! Lyrically, this song is so bitter, in your face, basically calling everyone assholes, a huge fuck you to anyone who thinks that they're better than you, and telling people to essentially get off of their high horse. That message, mixed with their signature 80s style, definitely a surefire win in my book. Speaking of their style, it's honestly really hard to describe. The duo's music is often quite visceral in nature, although it can be quite witty at times. The majority of the tracks on this record and in their back catalog are built around a very simple loop that normally evolves into something very cool. The majority of their music is self-produced, self-made, using computer programs like, well, I'm not sure because I'm a noob. If you ever find yourself getting bored with their music, just listen to the unpredictable lyrics. Take the songs Disco Shit, Freaky Me, Freaky You, and especially Strip to This, for example. Not only does the duo show its passion for drugs, sex, and fun, we also hear how they get the ladies to get down in the bedroom. I was almost shocked the first time I heard Strip to This, and I found myself just kind of laughing out loud at some of the lines. I was like, is this a rap song? Is this supposed to be a rap track that 2 Chainz wrote and now it's being sung? And I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, it's just so weird. It's something that you kind of have to hear for yourself. The track is built around the themes of twerking, asses, women, and a guy just thinking at least, he's falling in love with a stripper at the strip club. I love how extremely chill the vibe that the guitars and the light bumpy synths bring to this track, just because of the fact that it's so funny, you know? It's got such a laid-back style, and it's a song about a guy falling in love with a stripper. And the weirdest part of it all, I'm totally digging on this track, as well as the majority of this record. They're kind of zany and out-of-this-world styled lyrics, but it works with their musical style. The majority of their music could be classified as the following: funky 80s nostalgia synth music layered with a bit of R&B and a little bit of updated synthesizer work mixed with, you know, normal modern sounding vocals. Of course, there are some vocoded vocals, so I can't speak too soon there. The vocoded vocals actually do sound quite nice when they do show up throughout this record, most prominently on the track Freaky Me, Freaky You. That's the one where they stand out the most because the entire song is pretty much vocoded, and I have to compliment it. To pull that off and have it not sound entirely shitty, it is just quite an accomplishment in and of itself, and it actually has turned into one of my favorite tracks on this record. The tracks on this record all fit together quite nicely, flowing in and out of each other, and it's really one of those albums where you kind of want to listen to the whole thing. It might not make sense and you might not dig it as much if you're just cherry-picking songs here and there. You're definitely going to find yourself grooving to the disco-fueled jams, laughing at the moments where they talk about sex and drugs, and just leave this album just feeling positive and better than you did before and ready to tackle the next thing in the way. Did I say sex or sexual? Because I am saying it now. The track Work the Middle is all about it. Play this track in your bedroom the next time you get freaky with your significant other and let me know how the results are. Seriously, I'll wait right here. Some people are definitely going to be easily turned off by the falsetto vocals on this record, and I'll admit that I'm not the biggest fan of falsettos, but it's not the fact that they're used all the time, it's just the fact that sometimes they do kind of get old, especially if I've already feel a headache coming on. That doesn't help matters at all, but I think it's a good balance that they've found between the more normal styled vocals and really the falsettos here on this record. The track Tonight is one that really plays with different vocal styles and actually succeeds. It's not necessarily my favorite tune, but it's definitely growing on me. Heart is another one of the highlights here on this record. It's got spiteful lyrics that just kind of bleed throughout this really angry track that recalls a man wishing he had never met his ex. Good luck with that sledgehammer, my friend. They're a lot heavier than they look. The acoustic guitar on the end of that track was a nice touch, that's for sure. There are duller moments scattered throughout this album, but those are harder to come by considering there's only a few. This song is for you. Simple and Chocolate Strawberries don't really kill the whole party, but those definitely are the slower and duller tracks that kind of bring down the tempo and mood and flow that this record really had going to it. Even though Chocolate Strawberries I wouldn't necessarily say is a dull track, I would just say that it's not the strongest closer for a record that had so many good moments. The super funky jam Do the Math, as well as the more upbeat and positive track Lifesaver, are also among my favorites, but for my full list of favorites and least favorites, you can check the description down below. I would say moderately high replay factor for this album, and that's something that's really a key to any record, at least for me. I don't know about you guys, but I'm someone who would rather have something long-lasting, a whole collection of tracks. That's what I'm always looking for, rather than just a song here or a song there that I can really just pick off. Even though those are great to throw in playlists sometimes, I do like having a whole collection of work. I feel like a lot of groups just aren't focusing on that anymore, and it's really nice to see Cherub putting out a cohesive body of work. To sum it up, this is a super fun and funky record from two dudes that definitely love the 80s and don't take themselves too seriously. 4 out of 5 from me for the new Cherub. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section down below. It's definitely not the most inventive thing by any means, but it's something that I haven't heard too much of in quite a long time, and it's really refreshing. Make sure you hit the like button on this review, guys, show your support, and of course subscribe to the channel to see more reviews. You can also request future album reviews for me to do in the comments section down below. Make sure you check me out on Twitter and Facebook, and of course my vlog channel and my other channel where I do movie reviews. I'm going to be discussing TV shows soon on there as well, and of course my normal track reviews and music news updates as well. Thank you guys so much for watching ARTV. I will see you guys very, very soon.